Okay, here I'm making a fermented onion, fermented red onion. And what I've done is to slice up a, a handful of red onions, and I think there was one white onion as well, um, small ones, and I cut them up by hand, quite small, and I pushed them down into the jar quite firmly, and then what I did was to have a tumbler of water that has been filtered and left to stand for a while, so the chlorine evaporated out, and then I added several spoonfuls of sea salt, not the ionized table salt, but sea salt, and filled it up, and so that the onions were completely covered with brine. Now then I took a piece of kitchen cling film and pushed it down on top of the onions and spread it out over the edge of the glass all the way round. I then took a Sealy type plastic bag and pushed that down inside the jar. There was about inch and a half from the rim of the glass down, and I then filled that up with salt water. It didn't have to be salt water, but I thought, well, if it leaked, it would help to make sure no infection got into the fermentation. Now, the purpose of the top bag with the water in is to keep a steady weight on top of the cling film, so as to make sure no air gets into the onion brine mix, because any air will cause contamination and the wrong type of bacteria to grow. Now, what the plan is that any fermentation that happens, the carbon dioxide and the gases come up, they'll creep in around the edge of the glass and the cling film and dissipate out into the atmosphere. Likewise, any fluids will also drop down, and as you see, right, we have some fluids already, and that's all come from the fermentation. Now, I don't know if you can see anything happening. I can't really see it myself, but obviously something has been happening. And this is the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 3 days into the experiment. We've topped up the bag with a little bit of extra water, just to make sure the weight is there. Obviously the water in the base is what has come up over the top, so we've had to top the plastic bag up so as to maintain a weight on it. So there we have it. So I've got it in this dish so as to catch any fluids, any brine fluids, so it doesn't go all over the place. And my plan is to leave it in that state at room temperature. Each day I just go around squeezing the edge to make sure that we have nice and close contact. Make sure no air is getting in, oxygen. You don't want the oxygen in with the fermentation. And the plan is to leave it like that for about 7 to 10 days, and then I shall take the bags off and put the lid on and pop it in the refrigerator, and then I shall hopefully have beautiful fermented onion. Now I invite you to please come and see the second video when the fermentation is complete, and we'll have a look and see what it's like. So the whole job didn't take very long, and I was using onions which my wife had discarded, too small to peel, little tiny ones about so big, and they'd been kept for a while, and she was going to throw them out, so I thought, well, I'll have a go at making some fermented onion. And so as I was saying, we're using the not the prime onion, but I'm still hopeful of a good result. So thank you for watching, and please come and see the second video when we test it. Thank you.